Arcaro's book, Soul of a Lifter, inspires you to compete on the only stage that matters, real life. Purchase Soul of a Lifter and all Gino Arcaro's books on Amazon.com.
This is Blunt Talk, your source for good inspirational news only. With your host, Gino Arcaro.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Blunt Talk Podcast. We're broadcasting today from the third floor of my gym, X Fitness, Welland, Ontario, Canada. X Fitness is committed to lift in mind, body, and soul, and to the celebration of good inspirational news only. Today's podcast is a blast. No guest, consisting of a motivational speech and top 1,000 workout song of the day. Here's real life lesson number 8011 that I've taught football players for 40 years and college law enforcement students for 2 decades. Pay attention. Multiple meanings. When I was teaching law enforcement in college for 20 years, I saw personally in a classroom of 200 plus students in a lecture room, diminished attention. 3-hour lectures became almost impossible to fulfill because students ranging from 18 to 25 and older could not handle an intellectual focus for more than 15-20 minutes, period. When I became coordinator, in addition to my professor job, I would have faculty meetings and go to coordinator meetings where people would actually suggest decreasing teaching time from 3-hour lectures to, let's say, an hour, or reduce the amount of actual teaching time before a break to 20 minutes instead of 45 minutes. In other words, we had to customize pedagogical approach because students in the postmodern era cannot focus their attention long enough. Today's real life lesson, pay attention. I've coached football for 40 years, in addition to teaching law enforcement for 2 decades. The difference between winning and losing is paying attention. The difference between success and failure, professionally, personally, on any field, in any field, by whatever definition of success and failure that you want to subscribe to, is paying attention. Paying attention means to invest laser-like focus on your work, on your relationships, on who is in front of you when you are conversing with someone, and laser-like focus on your team and others, and most of all, lifting, both kinds. Lifting weights to get in shape for high-risk sports and high-risk professions, and lifting souls, which is your calling, which is all our calling, to serve and protect, regardless of what position that we're in. It doesn't matter if you're sitting on the bench or you're the head coach. We are called in our lives to serve and protect. The only way to do that, the only way to serve and protect others, is to pay attention. First meaning, focus on your work. I've been blessed with the very best occupations known to mankind, womankind. 15 years of policing between 1975 and 1990, college professor, 1990 to 2010, 40 years of coaching football. Now I own a gym. It is impossible to succeed or to win without focusing on your work by excluding all distractions when there is a job to be done. It starts at practice. My football practices are closed to the public. No parents, no girlfriends, no boyfriends, no relatives, no press, nobody. There are no distractions. You are there to learn. It is impossible, ladies and gentlemen, to learn with distractions. Learning, ladies and gentlemen, is the key to your children's success. Learning is the key to your success. If you cannot focus your attention on work, on practice, you will not learn what is required. That prerequisite learning will be wasted, and you will never become an expert in your field. Focusing on your team and focusing on others. Whether you're in a designated leadership position or not, we're all leaders. Everyone is a leader. You are leading on the front line, on the sidelines. You're leading from the stands. You're leading from your ivory tower. You're leading from your corner office. It doesn't matter what position you hold, what title you have. You are a leader. You are a leader. In other words, you are responsible to setting an example, to motivating, inspiring, to teaching, to instructing, to lifting every other person on your team. The only way to do that is to focus your attention on what is best for your team. Focusing on lifting. I've told men and women for the past 43 years when I've coached them in the gym, shut up and lift. Sounds insulting. It isn't. Focus your attention on lifting that heavy weight, because that heavy weight can come crashing down on you, maim you, and it can kill you. It is impossible to divide your attention. Paying attention is the only way to build strength. Strength is our greatest natural resource. Paying attention to any type of training is essential to learn what is necessary to succeed on any field or in any field. The word pay means invest. Paying attention is an investment of focus. Paying attention is an investment into your self-growth so that you can help your team grow. Top 1000 workout song of the day, Seek and Destroy by Metallica. The live version on the iconic album Binge and Purge. It's a masterpiece, ladies and gentlemen, released in 1993, year 24 of my 48-year workout streak. My women's lifting team this past week, ladies and gentlemen, set 2 major personal bests that had to be experienced to be believed. Most sets and most reps for 1 week. The member of the women's lifting team who I worked out with from Monday to Friday achieved the elusive 1 set per 1 minute pace, achieving a minimum of 12 reps per set. That is guaranteed to build muscle and to get cut. She's only been working out for less than 20 months. She started from scratch. 1 set per 1 minute. That pace is super intense. That pace is record breaking. At the end of her workout, she looked like she could work out again. We work out together at that pace, and at no time does she show any fatigue. Here's my point. You don't need suicidal anabolic steroids to build muscle and get cut, whether you're a woman or you're a man. The human mind, ladies and gentlemen, can be trained to accomplish the extraordinary by committing to purposeful training and deliberate practice by paying attention. And that's what she does. She paid attention at the beginning. Her execution is flawless. Her form is as strict as anyone I've ever coached. The result is personal best after personal best after personal best. When you pay attention, ladies and gentlemen, you can go deep. Going deep is not just a clever feel-good slogan. It is essential to high performance in any sport, in any high-risk profession, in owning your own business. Going deep is a special skill that taps into the inner and outer strength built by thousands and thousands and thousands of flawlessly executed reps. Top 1000 workout song of the day, again, Seek and Destroy by Metallica. The live version on the iconic album Binge and Purge. $1.29 on iTunes, guaranteed to lift. Blunt Talk Podcast is on a mission to reach and lift all 7 billion humans on planet Earth. In just 3 years, Blunt Talk Podcast has reached over 36,000 listeners in 83 countries. Please continue sending your comments and questions to www.ginoarcaro.com or www.xfitness.ca. Thank you for listening, ladies and gentlemen. Much love to our worldwide audience. Blessings and all good things. Peace.
Advertising space is available on this podcast. For information, please contact us at www.ginoarcaro.com or xfitness.ca. Join us tomorrow for another edition of Blunt Talk with Gino Arcaro and more excerpts from his book, Soul of a Lifter.